Hey guys, hope all of you are well. Welcome to our mains answer writing guidance program. In this session of answer writing guidance program, we will discuss regarding balanced answer. Before proceeding, I want to say that if you are watching the video, watch the video till the end. Otherwise, you will be confused or misunderstood. That's why I request all of you to watch the video till the end. Well, let's proceed to the topic. Many a times we have heard that we have to write a balanced answer always in exam hall. Then what is a balanced answer? What do we mean by balanced answer? Well, there are various characteristics of a balanced answer. For example, word limit. That means we have written the answer within the word limit. From that perspective, our answer is balanced. Up to the demand, that means we have delivered the answer within the requirement of the question. What the question is asking, we have fulfilled that point. From that perspective, our answer is balanced. Constructive criticism, that means we have criticized our answer in a very constructive way without harming anyone's reputation, without taking anyone's personal name of the personality, or without giving any bad comment. From that perspective also, our answer is balanced. But in this video, in this lecture, we are not going to discuss the balanced answer from these three perspectives. Our motto here in this video is to discuss, to throw light on another perspective of a balanced answer, and that is why giving both sides, that means positive and negative. That means, however, the question is asking from one-sided. That means if the question is asking positive aspects, if the question is asking for negative aspects, that means we have to dedicate one para of 1 or 2 lines or maximum 3 lines showing the adverse requirement of the question. That means if the question is asking for positive aspects, then 1, 2 or 3 lines we have to give some negative aspects of that particular aspect, right? So let's understand this with an example. This question is narrate the positive aspects of globalization. The question is asking the positive aspects of globalization. But after writing about the positive aspects of globalization, we have to give 1, 2 or 3 lines in a very constructive way showing the negative aspects of globalization also. Again, say, narrate the role of technology in modern day administration. That means the question is asking the role of technology, how technology has assimilated and how technology has made comfortable modern day administration. But after showing the role of technology also, we have given 1, 2 or 3 lines showing some adverse effects of the technology in modern day administration. Right. In that way, another question is the recent GST reforms bring many adverse impacts. That means the question is mainly asking about the adverse impacts. That means negative aspects. What are the negative impacts have been brought by the recent GST reform to the Indian economy, right? But after writing about the demand, after writing the requirement of the question, there we have written everything from multidimensional viewpoint showing the negative aspects of GST reform. Then we have to come to 1, 2 or 3 lines regarding the positive impacts of GST reform also. In this way, balanced answer means portraying, giving the both sides in our answer, however the question is asking one-sidedly. Well, but there is a concern regarding the questions. The concern is that whatever questions we have discussed, we have seen there it is transparently asked that what is the positive aspect or what is the negative aspect. Then we can easily find out that balanced way will be to show the negative aspects or to write 2, 3 lines about the positive aspects, right? But we all know that in UPSC questions are not asked so directly, right? Then how we find the balanced way? If there is no transparent word showing that positive aspects, negative aspects, then how we will write how we will find out that what will be the balanced way? Whether we have to write the negative aspects or whether we have to write the positive aspects as a balanced line in our answer. The problem will come in that case. So in this lecture, we are also going to discuss that if the question is not transparent, then how we have to find out the balanced para or balanced lines. You see, in that case, balanced answer will be for or against. That means we have to find the main core of the question. Right, if the core of the question is about the for, then our balance line will be against. If the core of the question is for against, then our balance line will be for. For example, let's discuss this with some questions. For example, see this question. Narrate the role of rural development to Indian freedom struggle. Find out the core of the question. What is the core of the question? The core of the question is that how rural development has helped Indian freedom struggle. That means somehow it is asking about the positiveness. Means how rural development helped at that time towards Indian freedom struggle, to reach Indian freedom. Right. Then what is the positive aspects, or what is the role of rural development to achieve Indian freedom struggle? This is the core of the question. Means this is the demand of the question. Then what will be our balanced way? Our balance line here will be that besides rural development, what are some other factors which also help to reach Indian freedom struggle? That means after fulfilling the demand of the question, after writing the role of rural development to Indian freedom struggle, we have to write 2-3 lines showing how besides rural development, how some other factors also helped Indian freedom struggle. Here this is the balanced. Then another question, give an account of ancient India through the eyes of the foreign visitor. Here what is the core of the question? The core of the question is that we are asked to give an account of ancient India through the eyes of foreign visitors. That means whatever the foreign visitors have said about the ancient India, whatever available information is in front of us, we have to narrate the ancient India with the help of available information given by the foreign visitors. That is the core of the question. That means then what is the balanced way? What is the balance line in this answer? After fulfilling the demand of the question, we have to dedicate 2-3 lines showing that besides that, except that this particular source, except this foreign visitors account, what are some available information which also we can help to decipher ancient India. This is the balance line. Let's see another question. Reservation on economic ground is a crucial step towards social justice. That means how reservation has helped, how reservation on economic ground has helped to achieve social justice. This is the core of the question. Then what will be the balance line here? The balance line here we have to show that what are some other related problems on providing reservation on economic ground in case of towards social justice. That means what problems we might face to achieve social justice throughout the way of reservation on economic ground, right? Or we can also say that except reservation on economic ground, what might be some other methods or factors which we can use towards social justice. In this way, we can write the balanced line here. Let's see another question. Unified agricultural marketing might be a major reform in agriculture. The question is asking that how unified agricultural marketing has helped in agriculture. This is the core of the question. That means the requirement of the question is more about for. Then in a balanced line, we have to show that what might be the some other problems regarding unified agricultural marketing, or besides unified agricultural marketing, what might be some other ways to achieve major reform in agriculture. In this way, the questions where there is no transparent measurement or transparent words, here on the basis of this core, first we have to recover the core of the question. Once we get the core of the question, then we can use the balance line against the core of the question. So these are some methods, or these are some ways to find out the balanced line where the word is not transparent in the given questions. Then one problem is that what is the necessity of giving a balanced line? Well, we can put forward many reasons that why there is a necessity of giving balanced line. One is the perfect. No one is perfect and nothing is perfect. If the question is asking the positive aspects of globalization, or globalization has facilitated modern administration, modern technology, or whatever might be, we might need to remember that it also comes with some adverse impacts also. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is fulfilled. That means whatever knowledge we have found till now regarding globalization, there might be some negativeness always. Right. And in that way, if there is some negativeness, might be some positiveness always. That is why nothing is perfect, nothing is fulfilled. And another most important thing is that whatever we are giving, it is our personal opinion. What we are feeling, or what we have found from our observation, from our information, from our research, from our study, we have assimilated them with our personal opinion. That is why this is our personal opinion. Whatever we have personally felt, we are writing there. There might be always something which our mind has not perceived, or which our mind has not recovered till now. That is why these 3 points are points actually requires to give a balanced line. That means nothing is perfect, nothing is fulfilled, and it is our personal opinion. That is why we have to balance our answer, showing the both sides. Then another query you might feel is that if we have to give the balanced line, that means if we have to go against the question somehow, then whether we should go, when we should write the demand of the question, or to what extent we have to write the demand of the question. Here, this is a very important point. The point is that first we have to fulfill first we have to write fulfilling the demand of the question. That means what the question is asking, we have to first fulfill. If there is a 250 words, then 220 to 225 words we have to dedicate fulfilling the demand of the question. That means if the question is asking about positiveness, if the question is asking about negativeness, then 220 to 225 words we have to spend showing that particular demand of the question. And after that, we have to come to the balanced line. And I have already told you balanced line should be 2 to 3, maximum 3 lines. These 3 lines is enough to make your answer balanced. And another important thing is that while balancing answer, if you are going to write the answer in showing the negativeness, if you need to criticize the particular aspect, then use always constructive criticism. So these are some characteristics, or these are some ways to make your answer balanced. Hope you are benefited. I will come again with another video. Till then, take care and bye bye.